Okay, so we're into spring now. It's energy is changing. We're feeling a little bit more lightness. The sun's coming out a little bit more, kind of amidst the snow, and it's really been nice to have like the lighter evenings. And I think just seeing a little bit more light around us gives us a little bit more lightness internally as well. But I wanted to bring a practice for the spring and just shifting our energies slowly into more of a spring-like way. So coming out of winter, which is in Ayurveda is Kapha. So Kapha is heaviness, slow, this inward drawing, can also be laziness, a sense of lack of motivation, or just really, really slow pace. And when we're coming out of winter, it's nice to bring a bit of vibrancy back into the body. So if we're looking into the heart space, this is where we bring all of our vibrancy into, and it helps us build our immunity, but it's also really energizing the heart, energizing the lungs. So as we do a little bit of work through the side body, through lateral stretching and heart opening, so back bending, we're going to start to really bring all this lovely spring-like qualities into the body. So as we're opening and expanding, we're allowing more energy to come in, and just helps us to come out of this slow heaviness of winter. So we'll be working around the heart space, back bends mainly, a little bit of side body work throughout today, and then a slightly longer rest in Yoga Nidra and working into the heart space again. So just clearing anything dense, heavy from the heart, and bringing in new intentions for the next month and also for this spring season as we go forward. So we'll start laying down. So if you come to lay down onto your mat and just take your arms out beside you for the moment. You can draw the knees into the chest if it gives your lower back a little bit of a lengthen. And then just take your arms and legs out to the side. And let yourself come to lay and just be here for a moment. So feeling the body soften and relax. Just take a few nice deep breaths into the chest. So as you inhale, really let your heart space open, feel the rib cage widen. And as you exhale, draw the navel back to the spine and feel the chest sink and come back in towards the midline of the body. Just take a few nice deep breaths in the nose. You can breathe out the mouth if that feels good. And if you wanted to add in the ah sound, AH, as you breathe out, it might be nice to just help release any tension through the head, the neck, the shoulders, the heart space, any tension from the day. So allowing yourself to arrive here, letting go of the day that you've had, letting go of any thoughts, what you might need to be doing for this week ahead. And letting yourself just arrive in your body at this time for yourself. We'll be practicing a little bit slower today. Holding postures a little bit longer, but nice and supported. So just take these few more moments to let your body completely rest and open as you breathe. Taking any sighs again that you might need to. Letting go of any tension. Taking a moment to check in with your body and feeling any tension held in the body. And again, keep going, sighing the breath out if that helps you to release any tension. Take a final breath here in Shavasana. And then stay in here in supine position. We'll move into our first shape of a nice lateral stretch. So just warming up the side body and opening up a little bit around the sides of the chest. So you can take your right foot off of the mat and over to the right side. And then cross your left ankle over the top of the right. So the legs are now more over to the right side of your body. And then you can take your arms up overhead. If you grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and pull with your right arm, so your left arm comes over to the right side, and you can shuffle through your upper back, but make sure both shoulder blades are down on the floor, your hips are down on the floor, and you can start to feel like a curving down the whole left side of the body, from the ankle all the way up to the left wrist, left side of the neck. And it might even be nice if you look over to your left. So just pausing here, you want to feel that you can drop into the shape, so you're not holding and straining, you're letting go into the space. And as you continue to breathe normally, you'll start to feel that the breath now floods into this whole left side of your chest, left side waist even, and maybe even down into the left side of your hip. I want you to really feel the breath moving into the armpit, the rib cage, waist area, to open up that whole lovely side body. We hold a lot of unused energy here. As we breathe into this space that you can feel is opening, we start to liberate any stagnation, any tension, and we can liberate that energy from a sense of restriction into space, and just utilizing that energy that's not being used. So often when we sat normally, the waist is compressed, the rib cage is quite compressed, we have the arms down by our sides, the armpit area is all squashed off, and we don't really breathe into that space of the lungs. So just flooding more breath here is going to really start to bring a sense of vibrancy into the body and also the mind. So we're here for about another minute and a half or so. So try to let yourself soften, no holding, no clenching. The muscles can kind of just drop. And just watching, feeling the breath expand in the body, liberating any stuckness down that left side. So in Ayurveda, we have 3 different body types and types of energy. So they correlate to the different seasons. Vata is much more winter and autumn, and it's the air energy. Pitta is more summer, it's the fire energy. And then spring is Kapha, which is more of the earth element. And Kapha is really beneficial in taking a slow pace and allowing us to draw inward, to retreat, to find that slower pace of life. And we need these energies, these qualities, but if we are sat in a Kaphic energy for too long, we start to feel stagnation, we start to feel really lazy, lethargic, even a sense of depression can start to come in. So if we just breathe into the chest and start to bring the quality of sun in, so pure breathing into the heart space and opening the heart, we can really start to shift these energies, just rebalancing and helping us to move forward as the seasons change. Really, really lovely way of keeping ourselves in tune with nature and our cycles and rhythms in balance. So take a final breath here on this left side. And then you can slowly let your upper body come back to the center, let your legs come back to center. Just pause for a moment, readjust the spine, shoulders, hips. And then you can take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Taking the left leg over and off of the mat now. And then crossing over your right ankle on the top. So you've got that nice curve. And gently pull your upper body over to the left side of the mat with the left arm, and allow all that lovely opening now to the right side body. And you can look across to the right if that feels nice for your neck and shoulders. And once you've found that depth of stretch, making sure the hips and the shoulders are still glued down to the floor, you can start to just soften. So letting the body release any sense of holding, gripping, struggle. Just being here, breathing and allowing your breath to open you further down that right side. Really noticing if there's any points around the heart space that you can bring more breath into, you can send more prana to. So if there's any points that feel a little stuck, or there's any discomfort, any points that feel the breath's not really reaching into, see if you can draw your attention into those points and really help to liberate, to move, to free up. Coming up to about halfway now, just another minute and a half to go. Final round of breath here. And then slowly bring your upper body back to center. Release your legs back to center. And gently take your arms down beside your hips. You can bring your feet to the floor, knees bent, and just pause for a moment. Feel into all that lovely opening. Maybe a sense of vitality already coming into the body, into the mind. You might feel it's a little bit easier to breathe into the chest. So a little bit of dynamic movement just to bring a sense of shifting into the arms, the shoulders, the upper chest, just to liberate any stuck energies around those points. We'll move through some bridge, dynamic bridge. So if you bring your feet to the floor, knees bent if they're not already, and have your feet parallel, and you want the heels close enough in so that you can just touch the heels with your fingertips, and then bring your hands down beside your hips, palms flat to the mat. Feel a nice length down from the back of your waist into your tailbone, so the whole back is flat into the mat, and tuck chin to chest very gently so you stretch the back of the neck. And then with your next inhalation, push into the feet, send the knees away from the face, lift the hips and the heart off of the mat as you roll up. Take the arms all the way up over, back to the hands touch the floor. And then as you exhale, slowly roll down, bring the hands down as the hips come back to the floor. Take your time. Again, inhale to push and lift the hips up, sending the arms all the way up overhead, back to the hands touch the floor. Heart is lifted up. And as you exhale, slowly roll yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, until the hands and hips come back down. Just move with your inhales as you lift up. Take a nice slow count. So around 6 counts in, if you can. And slightly quicker exhale, so around 4 counts. So as we increase the inhalation, this elongation of the breath in, but just taking in more energy, taking in more prana into the heart. As the arms lift up, it directs the breath into the heart space. So just take another 3 or 4 more through, take your time. Longer inhale, slightly quicker exhalation. Let's just last one through. And exhaling all the way back down to the floor. Keeping your hands with you. And this time, we'll just hold for a few breaths in a bridge. Keep your hands beside your hips. Push into the feet. Lift the hips up as you inhale. Back of the heart off of the floor. And if you can, roll the shoulder blades under. Interlace the fingers and hands behind your back. Sending the hands down and away to really open the chest. If this is too much, just take a block or a bolster, some cushions underneath your lower back, and keep your hands flat to the mat. Otherwise, breathing in here again, taking around a 6 count in as you exhale for around a 4 count. So just building more energy into the heart, directly into the heart space. Nice, last round of breath here. If you interlace the hands, release the hands, and slowly roll yourself all the way down to the mat. Use the block or bolster, move that out to the side, and just take a moment to rest on your back, semi-supine, and feel that lovely space in the heart center. Nice. From here, you can draw the knees into the chest, either hold around the back of the knee or hold around the shin. And give the legs a really good squeeze in towards the body, keeping the shoulders relaxed down the back and chin tucked to chest, back of the neck nice and long. Breathe deep into the belly. A few more breaths here. And then gently roll off to a side and come up to a seated position. And we'll use a fair amount of props here, taking Reclined Butterfly. So if you have some blocks, grab the blocks and bring them to the top of the mat. And you can have one slightly lower and one slightly higher. And then bring your bolster or long cushion to lay over the top of that. You may want to use also a blanket underneath your head. It's really nice to just lift up a little bit more. And then if you have either some cushions, or you can take your second bolster or second set of blocks and bring them underneath the knee, so the knee joint's completely supported and soles of the feet together, knees are apart in butterfly. taking the legs as close or as far out as feels comfortable for your hips. So we want to focus more on the heart opening. So have your lower back rested right up to your cushion or bolster, and then slowly let yourself come down, and you want to take your arms out nice and wide. So the palms are facing the ceiling and the shoulder blades can tuck under. So you feel them roll in and down, and the heart space can really open. Just stretching the arms out as wide as you can. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, relax the arms. Feel all around the sides of the chest soften. Make any final adjustments if you need to. And then we'll rest here for a good 7 minutes. So make sure that you are fully comfortable and rested. Just taking awareness into feet. Relaxing through the toes, feeling the soles of the feet gently touching, and the arches can really relax. Feeling the ankle joints soft and rested. There's no clenching in the calf muscles or the knees. And the inner leg line, outer leg line is really soft and relaxed all the way to the groin. Feeling the groin relax, the pelvic floor soften. Outer edges of the glutes and hips relaxed. So the lower back is supported, middle back is supported, whole spine supported. Just letting the body weight drop into that support so the whole front line of the body can open. So as you breathe in, allow the belly to really expand, the chest to widen. The ribcage to widen, and the upper chest to gently lift. So each breath in and out is like a gentle opening. I was feeling the tissues of the body, front body, opening slowly. And each exhalation, a sense of real softening. We often hold and clench the stomach muscles. We're often rounded through the sides of the chest, and the heart space is closed off. So just to come into this really soft space allows so much release. Again, if the breath wants to move in any particular way, if it feels good to take a sigh out with the ah, please do. Allow your practice to keep releasing any tension. Allow your practice to help you get deeper into any tight pockets of the body, any pain points, any discomfort. So you can really liberate any of that stress in the body. If we're constantly holding tension, it accumulates and mounts up to a stress, chronic tension. And when the body's stressed and there's tension in the body, the mind is in the same way. So the more we can move into those points and help to breathe into it, to relax it, to soften it, to say that it's safe, the more we feel this also in the mind, and we come out of that need to automatically, unconsciously hold and tense up, and we can move into much more freedom, fluidity, open-heartedness, sense of lightness, and all of those qualities increase our immunity, our sense of vibrancy, allows us to feel more connected to the world, more open-hearted, and ultimately more joyful. So this is what a sun practice, a heart-focused practice is bringing more to our lives. Internal joy and lightness. So just here for 2 more minutes, just allowing you some time to really rest and draw in. Last few rounds of breath here. As we come out of the shape, just take your time. You can bring your hands down beside your hips, gently bringing your feet to the floor so your knees are bent. Tuck chin to chest and then push into your hands. And as you exhale, slowly lift yourself up. Just take a moment to come to a seated position and just allowing your body to just pause here for a moment. You're really feeling more energy buzzing around the heart space, prana flooding into the heart center, this real sense of vibrancy, vitality, sense of lightness, maybe even just a sense of energy moving around the heart. So as we open and we come into these really lovely back bends and side body opens, we also want to ground the energy. So just taking a very gentle, effortless forward fold. You can keep the bolster underneath your knees if you have one there, or you might want to bring a pillow. And you can just simply let yourself fold in. If you allow your arms to just stretch forward, you can bring your forehead towards your shins. If you needed to add a little bit of extra support for your neck, you can take a block and then stack your hands, your fists, to rest your forehead onto. Otherwise, just allowing the weight of your head to stretch the back of the heart as you let your head drop down and curve the spine. Not here for too long, just a minute or so, just to let the energy ground back down. Just breathe in now, more into the belly. Really allow your belly to expand and open. And letting all of the spine open in the opposite direction. Feeling more breath entering to the back of the lungs, the back of the heart. Just a couple more breaths here, not too many more. And with your next inhalation, just gently guiding yourself back up to a lifted position. Take your time to just lean back into the hands and take a nice deep breath into the heart space. So from here, we'll move into Shavasana. So you might want to take some blocks underneath your feet, maybe keep the bolster under your knees. And to really let yourself rest, it's quite nice to take a rolled up blanket underneath the back of your head. So you've got a little bit of a lift in the head and support for the neck. And you might want to take an eye mask or some extra pillows, cushions. Maybe you want to turn the light off. Just allow yourself to take any movements that you might need to. So taking any final movements, adjustments. And let yourself really take up space so you feel nice and wide and open through the back of the body. So it's a yoga nidra practice of healing where we're intending to release and reconcile any heavy emotions that we may have been carrying, and allowing ourselves to really move into a totally relaxed space. We move beyond the body and the thinking mind and into this space of healing. And this is here where we can drop in an intention or a sankalpa. So as we move into a new season, a new month, it's quite nice to really set intentions, to set an affirmation for ourselves, so we can keep coming back to that intention, back to that point of reference whenever we've come a little bit off piste, or if we're feeling a little bit out of center. So I will offer you an intention to move into the light, joy and freedom of the heart's innate wisdom, so that we can ultimately live a life that's more happy, free and content. But if there is an intention that you would like to bring in, just take a moment to drop into your heart space and can create a short affirmation, a positive statement, or you can create more of an intention for yourself. So just take a few moments and just breathe into your heart center, tuning into the heart space. And if you would like to set in an intention for yourself, and repeating it 3 times in your mind. So from this very still and comfortable space, just becoming aware of any sounds that you can hear. Begin with sounds that you can hear close by, within the room that you're in, and gradually hearing sounds further and further away from your body, without analysing the sound, just observing. And gradually begin to guide your awareness back closer in towards your body, and then observe your body. Scan it with your mind, with your awareness, and notice if there are any pockets holding tension unnecessarily, and just invite those areas to relax, so that it seems your physical body is completely open and soft. The whole body's rested and moving towards sleep. Body and mind can sleep, and our awareness will remain conscious and awake. Now become aware of your breath and feel it as life pulsing through your body. And take conscious hold of your breath and practice deep, conscious breathing. So you're allowing the belly to rise and fall as you breathe, and acknowledging the distinct difference of the inhalation, which is more of a sense of vibrancy, vitality, healing. And the exhale is much more a space of surrender, of release, of letting go. Just feeling into those two qualities and allowing the full, deep breath, 3-part breathing. You take conscious awareness of your breath. And releasing conscious hold of the breath, allow it to return to completely effortless and spontaneous rhythm. But see how the breath continues to move. You continue to breathe. And noticing how you're not the breather, but the one that's witnessing your body breathing. Allow yourself to sink even more deeply into the space of witness. Witnessing your body as you rest completely in awareness. Feel your whole body relaxed as you allow your mind to move more towards a space of sleep. And you can rest here in spacious awareness. And take that awareness to the center of your forehead. Relax the whole area and see or feel a point of green light emerge. A singular point of green light, like a tiny jewel or 5-pointed star in the center of the forehead. Move your awareness to the center of your throat. Relax the area, feel or see a point of green light emerge. Now to the right shoulder, green light, completely relaxed, right shoulder. The right elbow, right wrist relaxed. Tip of the right thumb, point of light. Index finger, middle finger relaxed. Ring finger. Awareness to the tip of the little finger, point of green light, relaxed. Allow your whole body to be effortless. Right wrist, point of light. Right elbow, relaxed. Right shoulder, point of light. Center of the throat. Green star. Left shoulder, relaxed to the point of light in the center of the left shoulder. Left elbow. Center of the left wrist, relaxed. Tip of the left thumb. Left index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Tip of the little finger, green star, relaxed. Left wrist. Left elbow. Shoulder. Center of the throat. Body sleeps. Mind sleeps. Awareness remains conscious and awake. Center of the chest, relaxed. Feel or see the point of green light emerging from the center of the chest. Heart and lungs relaxing. Right side of the chest, green light. Center of the chest, relaxed. Left side of the chest, sense of ease. Center of the chest, point of light. Navel center relaxed, point of green light emerging. Top of the sacrum. Center of the right hip. Right knee relaxed, point of light. Right ankle. Tip of the right big toe. Second, third, fourth toe. Tip of the fifth toe relaxed, green star. Right ankle, knee, center of the right hip, top of the sacrum, green light, center of the left hip, left knee, left ankle, tip of the left big toe. Second, third, fourth, fifth toe relaxed, point of green light. Left ankle, knee, center of the left hip, top of the sacrum, navel center relaxed, whole body relaxed, center of the chest. Feel a sense of lightness and freedom. Throat center. Center of the forehead, point of light. Whole body relaxed. Feel a deep inner sense of joyfulness, lightness, and freedom. Now feel into all of those points simultaneously and see all points pulsing together as one. So like a light shining in a constellation of glowing green stars, like jewels in a night sky. Seeing darkness all around those green points. And relax even deeper into pure witnessing consciousness, aware of all of the points, effortless and easeful. And surrounding those green points, a sense of spaciousness, darkness. And allow the breath to move through that space like a gentle breeze through all the different points. In your own intuitive way, see your body lying here, practicing Yoga Nidra. Remembering the space of pure witness. Notice the body, the sense of lightness as the whole body is totally relaxed. Lightness in your mind. Mind is totally relaxed. The whole of your being, light and weightless. Deeply relaxed so that you feel featherweight. So light that your body is almost lifting away from the earth. Invoke the sensation and experience of total lightness. The whole body totally light. Lightness of being. And feel into the sensation of heaviness. So the limbs are heavy, torso is heavy, head is heavy. The whole body sinking into a sensation and experience of heaviness. Sinking and heavy. Each part of the body becomes heavier and heavier. Now, once again, just becoming aware of your subtle breath, gentle, effortless breath, and this time just as it moves in and out through the nostrils. Become aware of the breath moving as two independent streams, one through the left and one through the right. And each breath in, the streams ascend the nostrils, touching a singular point in the middle of the forehead. And on the exhale, the two streams descend from that singular point. Becoming aware of the two streams and the singular point where they meet. And using your mind only, we'll move into mental alternate nostril breathing. No need to change or move, use your hands. Stay exactly as you are and just use your mind. So the next time you breathe in, feel the breath move in through the left nostril only. See it touch the apex point, and on the exhale, the breath moves out of the right nostril only. Inhale and bring the breath in through the right nostril only. Touch the midpoint, center of the forehead, and exhale out of the left nostril. In left, out right, in right, out left. Just continue on with mental alternate nostril breathing and be completely effortless. Now, carefully adjust back into regular breathing through both nostrils simultaneously and feel it balanced on both sides. Let your breath awareness relax and allow the breath to be completely spontaneous. And move your awareness to the center of your forehead and see it like a black screen. This is the screen of the mind, Kasha. And position yourself back from the screen, somewhere in the middle of your brain. Observe forwards the screen. This space is where the subconscious can release any tensions and also where the soul can communicate with the mind via symbols. So just witness without any attachment or expectation, just watching the screen, allowing any images, colours, patterns, memories to unfold of their free will. Just simply watch. Releasing the screen of the mind, and take your awareness down into the center of your chest. Feeling into the expansion and the spaciousness of the heart portal. And allowing yourself to just rest here in this space, at the center of your chest, in the spiritual heart. Feeling into the stability, the light, the joyfulness, and the freedom of your heart's innate wisdom. Allow yourself to feel into that space of inner guidance, really trusting this wisdom that unfolds from this portal in the center of your chest. Allow yourself to stabilize in this space of lightness, joyfulness, and freedom, and deep inner wisdom. Feeling it almost as a cocoon around you. Trusting in this inner stability, this inner lightness, this inner joyfulness, this expansive freedom, and this innate wisdom that you carry, that you are, that you have, is always there. And within this very, very safe space, allow yourself to remember your affirmation or your intention and repeat it in your mind, repeat it into your heart 3 times now, feeling it as a deep belief, trust and knowing, planting it into the subconscious of your mind. And trusting that the seeds of your intention, your affirmation has been planted, and you can allow the fruits to grow from that safe space of your heart center. Knowing that I am stable in the light, joy and freedom of my heart's innate wisdom, and that you can continue to follow and trust the direction of this space in the center of your chest, allowing more of your innate wisdom, your innate joy, your innate lightness and freedom to come forth as you stabilize here. Just begin to slowly return to your breath. And feel your breath moving into this space of expansiveness in the heart. You can move gently through the head, turning the head side to side. You can start to wiggle through the fingers, hands, toes and feet, wrists, ankles. And stretch yourself out, taking any nice intuitive stretches that feel good for you. And then whenever you feel ready to, you can roll to a side and just pause on your side, taking a few transitioning breaths. And then when you feel ready to, you can take your time, just gently pressing yourself up to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed. And just drawing together a prayer at the heart space, closing off the practice. Taking a nice deep breath into your heart center. And bowing down the head in gratitude to yourself, to the practice. And really honoring, acknowledging your intention. Honoring and acknowledging your own heart and this beautiful energy that's housed here. May your practice bring you more stability into your own lightness, your joyfulness, your expansive freedom, and your innate wisdom. And may your intentions come to fruition as you see your life shifting and changing to accommodate to more positive outcomes. Namaste.